There's a cruel paradox that most women face. Ages 45 to 55 are often praised as the prime of life, the peak of maturity, confidence, and experience. Yet under the lens of financial risk, this is the most dangerous period for women financially. I once knew a former colleague who appeared highly successful, designer bags, elegant jewelry, and a polished image. But after one serious health scare, everything collapsed. The glamorous exterior vanished, revealing a nearly empty net worth. People around us love sharing beautiful stories about settling down in middle age. But the harsh truth is, our hourglass is running out of sand. Every decision we make in this phase will determine whether we spend the rest of our lives in freedom or trapped in the rat race. So where exactly is the line between a financially free woman and one who remains stuck? Is it fate, or because we're still running on an outdated mental program that prioritizes sacrifice over true ownership of our lives? In today's video, I won't be sharing small saving tips. Instead, we're going to expose 10 intellectual financial traps, the hidden systems quietly destroying the net worth of women aged 45 to 55. Understanding these traps is your wake-up call to upgrade your mindset and design a financial future that no one can take away from you. The reciprocity trap and misinvesting in other people's future. I once watched a cousin spend her entire retirement savings over 20 years on an extravagant wedding for her daughter and an overseas master's degree for her son. She believed it was noble sacrifice. In reality, she fell into the psychological trap of reciprocity and silent obligation. According to the psychology of persuasion, we are often driven by the need to give back, causing women to unconsciously disarm their most important financial soldiers, just to gain temporary peace of mind about the next generation. Wealthy people understand the law of critical mass. If at age 50 you don't prioritize paying yourself first, by protecting your seed capital, you're positioning yourself as a potential victim in the future. The illusion of social proof and lifestyle inflation in midlife. One afternoon I sat in a quiet cafe, observing a group of middle-aged women showing off their bigger apartments and newly purchased luxury cars on installments. I realized a painful truth. They were using money they didn't yet have to buy things they didn't need, to impress people they didn't truly like. The crowd reacts mechanically to consumer pressure, to satisfy the principle of social proof, believing status must come with flashy material symbols. However, true legacy builders at this age choose silence. They rise above the need for validation, to focus entirely on net worth. They understand that an expensive handbag is a liability, while an investment portfolio that generates passive income is real power, the kind that separates your compensation from physical labor. The collapse of common skills. In an era of rapid change, my best friend was once a highly competent manager, but at 52, she was suddenly replaced by someone younger earning half her salary, who was proficient with AI. The mistake 97% of middle-aged women make is believing seniority equals financial security. The brutal reality is, the market doesn't pay for time or loyalty. It only pays for results and unique value. This is the moment you must shift from common skills to proprietary knowledge, the highest ROI capital in human history. Investing in your brain at age 50 is not optional. It is a survival revolution that allows you to master the game, instead of being a replaceable cog in someone else's system. Applying the Judo principle to overcome time constraints. I knew a woman who started a business at 48. She didn't rely on brute force and hard work. Instead, she operated like a Judo master, using leverage from technology, capital, and other people's intelligence to create massive results. Many women at this age are still grinding for money, while the real rule demands that you make money work hard for you. Through the eighth wonder of the world, compound interest, the ability to design money printing machines that run on autopilot, is the key to breaking through the usual income ceiling. Daring to abandon the reflex of doing everything yourself and focusing on building systems is proof of a matured intelligence. The courage to escape the binary trap and adopt both and thinking. There was a moment I watched a woman calculating bills and sighing because she had to choose between investing in her health or saving for retirement. This is the manifestation of either or thinking, a programming that makes women feel small compared to their problems. Self-made millionaires upgrade their operating system to both and thinking. They design a life where financial prosperity supports family happiness, and vice versa. Taking 100% responsibility for your cash flow and daring to act despite fear is the most powerful weapon to escape the rat race. The stable income trap and the confusion about net worth. I once observed a close friend who was proud of her six-figure salary, but owned no real passive money printing machines. Many women at this age still run on an old mental program, believing a high paycheck is permanent protection. The painful truth is, the moment you stop working, this active income immediately drops to zero. Truly wealthy people rise above this by focusing absolutely on increasing their total net worth, rather than just polishing their monthly paycheck. The tragedy of the midlife superwoman and neglecting health as an asset. One afternoon I talked with a woman, exhausted from trying to be a superwoman, caring for elderly parents, while supporting adult children. She forgot an unchanging law. A strong body and sharp mind are the most important operating tools for all other assets. The mistake most women in their 50s make is sacrificing biological energy for numbers, only to later use those numbers to buy back their health. True legacy builders always place health as a non-negotiable top priority. The loss aversion trap and paralysis in the face of high upside opportunities. I once saw a woman quickly withdraw all her capital from a valuable investment portfolio just because she heard minor market fluctuations. This is the manifestation of fear preventing progress. A mechanical reaction that makes you smaller than your financial problems. The crowd waits for a perfect time. That never comes. While self-made millionaires know how to act despite fear. I've learned that the biggest risk at age 50 is not the market, but the stagnation of your outdated mindset. The I already know everything illusion and barriers from old experience. In a strategy meeting, a woman immediately rejected new technology because she believed her 25 years of employment experience was more than enough. The crowd is often imprisoned by old habit patterns, unknowingly slamming the window of wisdom shut on new economic cycles. Wealthy people understand that continuous learning and growth is the highest ROI investment in human history. Seniority only has real value when it is upgraded into proprietary wisdom. The mistake of small-scale hustling and the law of service. I knew a talented woman who lived in constant financial anxiety because she only chose to get paid for direct time labor. Self-made millionaires operate on a closely guarded secret, wholeheartedly serving and solving problems for millions of people. Wealth, in the end, is simply a receipt for the surplus value you have delivered to the community. According to the law of value, when you rise above personal needs to focus on creating large-scale solutions, money flows to you as an inevitable material consequence. Dear sisters, finance is ultimately not about cold numbers. It is a receipt for our level of consciousness maturity and discipline in the face of life's laws. Ages 45 to 55 are not a time to retreat into false comfort. but the last real opportunity for you to decide. Will you be the captain of your destiny ship, or forever a passenger on someone else's journey? Take one final minute to ask yourself, if my active income disappeared tomorrow, would the mindset, operating system, and financial soldiers I've built be enough to sustain the life I desire? The decision to change doesn't lie in the past. It lies in the courage to shed old thinking and start mastering money from this very moment. True freedom is the deep peace in your soul, when you know you possess a body of knowledge that cannot be stolen, and an inner strength that stands above all market fluctuations. If these insights bring value to your growth journey, please hit like and share this video to spread this intelligent financial mindset to the women's community. Wishing you strength, clarity, and the ability to reach true prosperity in both soul and finances. See you in the next episodes.